Happy New Year! I hope you guys are all having a wonderful start to 2018, and I thought for this channel I wanted to talk about sort of the best things that happened in 2017, or the best things that I bought that aren't really related to makeup, more related to my everyday life and things that I do outside of what I do on Rach Loves. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you find it entertaining and interesting, and it's probably gonna be a long video, so grab yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and without further ado, let's get into this. So first I want to start with food, mostly because it's almost lunchtime and I'm kind of hungry. And for those of you that are new to my channel, my husband Chris actually does most of the cooking in our house, which is great, and he has become such an incredible cook over the last year. And there are a lot of recipes that he does that are my absolute favorite, so I wanted to mention them today, and a lot of them come from one particular book, which I brought upstairs, and it's gigantic. Oh my gosh, it's like a textbook, it's so heavy. How did I used to carry this around in a backpack? This is called The Food Lab, and it has been our go-to book for all recipes and just learning about cooking in general and sort of the science behind it and what makes good food good. And so you can see, obviously, we have like put in a whole bunch of sticky tabs because there are a ton of recipes in here that we go to and really enjoy. But some of them in particular that I really like, and I mentioned it before, but one of them is his fried chicken. It is incredible, it's so good, and fry sauce. So we actually made a bottle of the fry sauce, and I had never heard of fry sauce. I think it's fairly common in some states, but it's like a mixture of basically every condiment that you can think of, and you just like cram it in a bottle. It sounds really disgusting, but it's really good. Like, I'm positive one of these labels is the crispy chicken. I just have to find it. Aha! I told you. But like, look how good that looks. Oh my goodness. Is delicious. Another thing I've been really enjoying this year is a shallot dressing. A shallot is a type of onion, and basically what Chris does is he fries up all of these little slivered pieces of shallot, and then he uses that oil in a salad dressing, and then also has all of the shallots and like salts them and everything, and you can put those on top of the salad, and it's really good. I've also been really enjoying coconut rice. I don't know how it took me till 2017 to try coconut rice, but it is so good. And you just take unsweetened coconut milk and you add it in with the rice and use that to cook it, and it just gives it this unbelievable flavor. And so we'll have that with butter chicken. It's amazing. And of course I had to include a cookie recipe, because what is a year wrap up if I don't include a cookie recipe? I feel like I just would be lying to myself. And the one I probably used the most in 2017 is an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie recipe. I don't know, I have been loving the texture and the flavor of it. It's been so good, and I actually couldn't find my mother-in-law's recipe, which is my absolute favorite, and so I'd been testing out all these different ones, and they just weren't the same, and they weren't as good, and I was super bummed. And then my mother-in-law found the recipe, and so I took a picture of it, so I will include all of the details and instructions and everything down below for you guys in case you're interested in making them. They are personally my absolute favorite, so if you do make them, send me a picture on Instagram or on Twitter. I want to see what you guys think of it. And then my last food favorite was actually something that I had requested for my birthday dinner. I don't know if you guys do this too, but anytime it's like a birthday, before it was like my mom, she would always make my favorite meal, and so now Chris makes my favorite meal, and it is smoked salmon with roasty. And it's not like the traditional, or what I think of when I think of smoked salmon, where it's the really thinly sliced slivers of salmon. It's different. It's a fillet of salmon, and he puts it out on the barbecue, but there's so much process that goes into it. He has to brine it and then salt it and then like leave it in the fridge uncovered. Like, there's so much that goes into it, but it's unbelievable the flavor that goes into it. If I find the recipe, I'll let you guys know. I will try and link it down below. And then roasty is just like, or at least the way that Chris makes it, it's shaved potato and made into like pancake-like shape. And so we'll put cream cheese on top of that, capers, and the smoked salmon, and it's so yummy. It's one of my favorite meals, and so that is what I requested for my birthday this year, and it's definitely a favorite. And then in terms of things around the house that we either bought or did, like in terms of renovations in 2017, I feel like we did a lot of renovations in 2017. So I think number one would be the deck and sort of the expansion that we built on it. If you guys have been watching my laundry chats, you probably saw the construction and everything that kind of went into it. But we had a smaller deck, which worked, but as we kind of grew the number of things that we wanted to do outside, we were running out of space, and we were finding like we were hosting a lot of our friends and family over, and we wanted somewhere to sit outside because it's beautiful outside in the summertime. And so we built out this big expansion into the deck, and we had like a seating area now, and we have a big beautiful vegetable garden that Chris works on with Julia, and it's just better usable space, and we use it constantly. Well, not right now. It's all frozen over and covered in snow right now. But a close second would be the closet. Basically, when we originally moved in, they had sort of a standard like rod kind of closet configuration, and so I hung up all of my clothes on my side and it ripped it down off of the wall. I feel like I didn't have a ton of clothes, but apparently I did. And that was like basically when we moved into the house, and so for the last year or so we've just been using, I had some like pre-constructed wardrobe boxes from the previous house, and so I just kind of stuck them in there, and it was a mixture of that and then clothes being folded and on the floor. I didn't have a dresser or anything like that, so it worked. And then finally I was like, enough. We need to build this into a functional closet space. And so we did a mixture of those wardrobe boxes, and we kind of had those all lined up, and then we had someone come in and sort of make it look a little bit more seamless and like a custom closet look and feel without the price tag attached to it. And then he did some drawers at the back where I put all like my bags and like extra sweaters and things like that. I'll put that all in there, and it just makes the space so much more usable, and I love walking in there. All I need now is like a really pretty light fixture and a nice big mirror, and I think that will be done. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, and this is a weird thing to talk about, but it's a couch. It is a Costco couch. I bought a Costco couch in 2017 and it's one of my favorites. But it's this big U-shaped couch, and it was so hard to find a couch, guys, that fit the space. I wanted something really big, and I wanted it to be really deep and wide and comfortable and easy to care for, because obviously like kids and stuff. And so I wanted it to be functional, but I also wanted it to be like a medium to deep gray, and I just wasn't finding anything that was really nice but also not like $15,000 for a couch. $15,000 for a couch? Are you kidding me? That was ridiculous. So finally, when Chris was out shopping at Costco, he came across this couch and he's like, we need to get this. And so I went in, I tested it out, I was like, yes, this is perfect. And so we were gonna go and buy it, and someone was walking out of the Costco with the last one. We're like, no. So we're like, when are you coming in with a new shipment? And they're like, okay, come back in 2 days. We have a new shipment coming in with 9 of them because they like sold out super quickly. Come in ASAP to get it. And we're like, cool. So the Costco opened, I think at 10. And so Chris gets there at 10:30 in the morning, and already 2 have sold by this point in a half an hour. And then my mother-in-law went back and she was just kind of curious at like 2:30 or whatever. And she said there were only like 3 left in stock. So it was a very, very popular couch, and for good reason. And it wasn't a super expensive piece either, which makes me even happier. So yeah, definite favorite. And now I want to talk about memories and things that happened in the past year, because a lot of you guys, when I asked on Twitter what you guys want me to include, a lot of you guys wanted to see or like hear about the things that had gone on in my personal life. So that's gonna be a big chunk of the video, so get ready. I think the first one I want to talk about is when my sister-in-law Lauren got engaged to my brother-in-law now, Brendan, and that happened in the summertime, and it wasn't a surprise, but like the moment itself was a surprise. Like, we have been on Brendan about proposing to Lauren for like a year now. We're like, come on, like, when is this happening? And we tease him about it, and he's like a brother to me, so we're just like teasing each other about it. It was like really fun. They just surprised us on a weekday. We had all the family suddenly arrive at our house, and they came in through the door carrying Julia and being like, she's like, surprise, I have a new uncle. And we got so excited, and everyone's freaking out and screaming and being really excited, and that was just a really nice surprise to see them like just show up on a random weekday and announce this like really happy moment. So that was really exciting. Both Lauren and Sarah are getting married in 2018, which is gonna be awesome. I am so excited. I'm bridesmaids for both of them. One is in July and then the other one is in September, and yeah, very excited. We have picked out the bridesmaids dresses for both of them, and one is more of like a glam fall wedding, and the other one's more of a rustic boho kind of summer vibe wedding. So both are gonna be very different, but both beautiful, and yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it. Another thing that was fun is my parents getting a puppy, and they got a little puppy named Scout, and she's so cute and so sweet, and it's been fun seeing her grow up over the course of the summer and the fall, and she's just like a sweet little addition, and yeah, she's adorable, and that was really fun. It was fun to see the kiddos kind of seeing a puppy for the first time, and just seeing like such a tiny dog compared to what they're used to seeing, and that was really cute and really fun. And yeah, she is adorable. She's just very snuggly and sweet, and I show her sometimes on like Insta story or Snapchat and stuff like that when I'm visiting my parents and whatever. Also, if you've been following me on Rach Loves, you know that I went to Mexico with Benefit Cosmetics in December. The Benefit Canada team took my family and I on this beautiful trip to Mexico. We went to the Mayacoba resort, the Banyan Tree Mayacoba, and it was unbelievable. I've never experienced anything like that before. It was our first family trip, like together as a unit, and I got to know the Benefit Canada team better, and that was really amazing. I don't normally, as you guys know, do brand trips. It was nice that I could include my family, and the Benefit team included my family in a lot of things. They did some like cute games and stuff where they had this like brow pinata, and they had the kids like kind of whack on it, and inside were all these like My Little Pony toys and Paw Patrol toys and things like that for the kids. And it was just like a sweet way that they were trying to include the whole family in the fun and games of Benefit, which is very Benefit. It was nice to do dinners out because Chris and I we're so busy doing things like the day-to-day grind, right? And so it was really nice to be able to go out for dinners and do things like that as like a couple too, and have like date nights and things, because we also brought my sister-in-law Caroline with us to watch the kids during the day when we had like outings and things to do. We took the kids to the ocean and we did a photo shoot down there, which was fun, and we went swimming a ton. We went out for lunches and dinners and did crafts and did walks, and like it was really fun, really relaxing. And when we got back, it was like 4 days until Christmas. So it was really nice to like relax and not have to deal with the stress of like the upcoming Christmas holiday rush and like franticness. It was nice to kind of like ease into it a bit. So yeah, that was amazing, and definitely an experience I will never forget. Another really fun memory is just seeing the interactions between my son Luke, who is turning 2 soon, and my niece Harley, who is 14 months. They're both born in the same year, but Luke in January and Harley in November. And so Luke has this affection towards Harley that I have never seen before. He just wants to snuggle her and love her and give her kisses, and it's so sweet. And as she gets a little older and she gets bigger and he gets bigger, just seeing almost that big brother like demeanor that he has towards her is just really endearing, and like my heart, I'm like, Murr. Julie's also like a big sibling, but she's more like a ringleader more than like a big sister. But like they're different personalities, right? So over the course of the year, they've really grown into that. Julie's very independent and wants to do her own thing, and she's very smart and clever and curious. And Luke is very sweet. He loves personal interaction and being with people and talking to you and playing with you, and he really wants like that human interaction. And then Harley, I feel, is still a baby. She's still sort of like growing into her personality, but I'm seeing a lot of stubbornness and like independence and wanting to do her own thing, but she's very much a mommy's girl right now, which is so sweet to see her with my sister, and just seeing their love and like the whole family unit. It's adorable. Other memories that stand out to me from the past year, one would be my birthday, and I'm not really a gifts person. Like gifts aren't as valuable to me as time spent from someone. So that means more to me than like a physical gift. So when Chris is like, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, I just want like a day off. I just want to hang out, because one of my girlfriends was coming down from like, she lives like 3 or 4 hours away with her family, and so she was coming down. She's pregnant, or was pregnant at the time, and I just wanted to hang out with her. I didn't want to have responsibilities. I wanted to just like do my own thing for the entire day, not have to worry about meals, not have to worry about dirty diapers, naps, all that stuff. I just wanted to like sit down with her and like go out for brunch and then watch like Real Housewives and just like play with the kids and like do my own thing. And so Chris orchestrated all of it. He did lunches for everyone, dinners, cleanup, put the kids down, dirty, like he did everything for me. And I felt so re-energized from that day, and it will stand out to me as one of my favorite birthdays, because like it meant so much to me. Whew, getting emotional. I need to like Relax, Rachel. And speaking of friends and babies, so my friend Lindsay, she came down. She had a little baby girl in November. She had a little baby girl, and so she's very sweet and so little. She was born a couple of weeks early, but she's adorable. So we're gonna go down and visit her, I think, in the next couple of weeks. And then my other friend, Wei, who, if you've been watching me for like years and years and years, you would know that she used to be my roommate. So she just had her second, a baby girl, and her name is Emily, and she was born in September. I saw her for like, they did first month sort of celebration instead of a baby shower. And so I guess that's something that's more of a tradition for them. And so we went down and saw little baby Emily, and she's so sweet. And I just like, I'm holding a little baby. I'm like, maybe baby number 3, I don't know. And then lastly, this is a silly one, but I talked about it a little bit in the videos where it was like things you probably didn't know about me, but rediscovering Zubinis this year, like that was the best. It was actually my dad that found it. He saw it in like the app store or whatever, and he's like, hey, Zubinis, remember that? And I was like, what? And so I immediately bought it, and then it was something that Chris and I played at nighttime when the kids went to bed, and we would just, it's like puzzles and things like that. I talked about it a little bit, but it's really, really fun. I think it was like $6, and it was like the best money that I've ever spent. It's just like a piece of childhood, you know, when you find those games that you used to play as a kid and you replay them, it's like the best experience ever. And being able to play it on my phone was really cool. So I really enjoyed that, and I'm really glad that I found it, and I'm excited to continue to play it into 2018. And I think that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you enjoy these types of videos, thank you so much for your support of Rach Loves Life. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for some new videos every single Saturday. And next week I think we're gonna be doing like a laundry chat, so I'm gonna talk a little bit more in depth of things that we have been doing, Christmas updates, things that are going on in January, exciting stuff that's coming up. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that, and that's everything. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week so far, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you, girls. Mwah.